Right, we've got 18 miles to run to Hague. A couple of extra things we have to set up before we can actually start the approach. We're currently passing 5,500 on descent to 2,500, and we have the speed brake deployed at the moment just to keep the airspeed under control. What we've got to set is we're going to use level 2 on the auto braking, so I'm setting that. And we haven't set up the nav radios yet, so we're going to set up the ILS in nav 1, and you can get that by clicking on the ref section up here, and it'll show you that the ILS-21 is the frequency 109.50 and course is 196. So in nav 1, putting in 109.5, switching it over, and we're going to put in the VOR DME for Perth, which is 113.7 in nav 2, and just switch them back on, both of those on, and you see them displayed in the bottom of the front display there. And just going through a bit of cloud here, and the course we're going to set up here into 196. You notice the speed is coming down. We're at now the plane set the required speed to 205 knots, and we've still got the air brakes, the speed brake. And I'm going to put 196 on both sides in case I need to use the first officer's side of the autopilot. Be hard to see from this side. Check the legs again. And we're going to go into first stage of flaps. Now my procedures won't be exactly by the book here because it's just what I've done. If you're going by a checklist, I'm sure there's other speeds that you have to be double checking on, but I want to have the flaps down to about 15 by the time I get to Hague and make the turn onto final. And once I make the turn onto final, then I'll get the speed down and deploy the landing gear, get the speed brake up. We do want the speed brake armed for landing, so they'll get deployed on landing. Next stage of flaps. You can zoom in to your display so you can get a better idea by changing it on that knob there. Grey outside. The cloud base is meant to be about 3,000 feet. You can also listen to the ATIS at Perth, and I've got that tuned. So that's the Automatic Terminal Information Service. So the wind's still pretty good, 191 at 13 knots. Scattered at 3,000 feet, and a QNH of 2991. Also, you missed me change on the transition altitude, which on my machine currently is set at 10,000 feet, and that's where I changed from standard using this button up here to area QNH, which at the moment, as you just saw, was 2991. Plane slowing down nicely, and we should be able to see our diamonds appearing, as you can see there and there. And once we actually get some movement on those, we can actually activate the approach. So the plane will turn on to final, and then it'll go down the glide slope. It's coming in, so I'm going to arm it. Light comes on, and they'll change colour and size once they're established.
Radio altimeter
the localizer's locked on and glide slope's locked on. Next stage of flaps. We can take that off now. Hopefully that cloud base is not going to be too much of a problem. It's actually lower than what they were reporting. Keep going with the flaps and we'll lower the gear. Cannot see the airport. Landing lights on. .5 miles from the airport. Coming down the glide slope on the localizer. That's the radio altimeter showing us that we're 1,500 feet above the ground. And that airport's very hard to see. Add a marker indicating. The audio is not switched on. This is going to be a pretty ordinary landing by the look of it. I'm going to actually take over the speed and slow that back down. Our reference speed was landing speed was 141, so I'm just going to dial it all the way back to 141. .6 miles.
Approaching 2-1.
Come on, come on. The fog's making it really hard. It's not updating very well. It's a pretty old machine I'm running. Come on, not going to see it. Go with the autopilot, turn off the auto throttle. Just going to hand fly it down. Those graphics are pretty bad. Oh, plane going off the other direction. First thrusters up, auto brakes on. It hasn't coped very well with the lack of memory. Auto brake off. Okay, so what was happening there is because I've been filming different sections of this, the machine basically ran out of memory, and as you can see the graphics are pretty poor down here, and it wasn't even refreshing properly to show the approach lighting. But we're on the ground, wasn't a very good landing, but you get the general idea. Obviously stop the plane, then you taxi off and do all the shutdown. Not necessary for the purpose of this video, but you get the general idea. Cleaning up, flaps up. Okay. Hopefully that's been of some use. I might actually reshoot that last one, but we'll see how we go. Okay, we'll talk to you later.